What if this doesn't come off?
Then we're gonna be Shadowhunters forever. I think it's a great idea.
Me too. Let's go everywhere with it. People might think that we're in a gang, but...
I am in the fandom. Hey guys, I'm Jacqueline.
And I'm Marcella.
And we just watched episode 3 of Shadowhunters, and it was awesome.
It was great.
It was very exciting. Oh my god.
Things are really picking up, I think, on the show.
Yeah. If you're wondering why Anna Marie is not with us, kind of scared her off. We were kind of,
Sometimes we ruin shows for people because we get very
excited.
Passionate about our characters.
Yeah.
So she didn't want to watch it.
Because she said we kept spoiling it for her. So, she was watching another show, so we watched Shadowhunters. Anyway, besides the point, one of the things that really annoyed me of the show this week was, the Institute has a lot of people in it. What's up with that?
It seems like kind of like a headquarters.
It's a headquarters. It's not like
I think
it's not bad.
It doesn't really bother me though. Like
no,
I mean, it's
but
different.
what I saw somebody pointed out.
It's more exciting because the Institute in the book is very like
boring.
Not boring, but like it's just them there.
It's a family. Like it's not.
Yeah,
like,
it's more like a family and like a house, not so much like a headquarters. Like that's the only word I can think of is like a headquarters.
Right. So then we went and they went to get the weapons in the cemetery.
Let's talk about Jason
scene
Clary
in the cemetery
and the cheesiness of. I don't even remember what was exchanged. What did they say?
She's like, "I feel you with me," and he's like, "I always am," or something.
It was
something
like that, and it was just. We looked at each other. We're like,
little cheese.
That's a little overdoing it with the corniness. That was a little overdoing it. I think that they are rushing Jason Clary a little bit too.
It is kind of like insta-lovey a little bit, but then they try to fix it at the end. They had this scene with Clary and Jason. They were kind of like, "Oh, you don't believe in love," or
which is good because that's kind of
backpedaling.
That's in character for Jace.
And then at the end there was that whole hug with Simon. So they're kind of backpedaling now, relaxing a little bit. But at first I was like, "Oh my god, they're really moving this!" Like with her fighting and stuff. I was like, "Damn!" Like, all right. I feel really weird talking about this. I saw people mentioning this on Twitter. People were saying that they ship on the show, Clary and Alec.
But I could see it on the show.
And that's what's wrong with it.
Because they have the whole tension.
It's
and,
like a Polar tension from the
yeah.
100. They have chemistry. Matthew and Kat, they have a chemistry. And I was kind of like some of their scenes. Only 0.2 seconds.
Yeah.
Obviously.
I mean, we ship Clace. We are
no.
That is the ship.
And Malik. Clace and Malik.
Clace and Malik and Sizzy.
But in the show, I could see where people are saying that because they kind of have this, it reminds me a little bit of kind of like Bellamy and Clark from the 100, where they're kind of back and forth, and they don't like each other. Because I feel like that relationship.
People who haven't read the books would probably think that they're going to get together.
That's what my sister thought, and we kind of looked at her like, oh my god.
We're like, what?
Oh my god, the motorcycle. My favorite part.
We started screaming when they were flying up. Simon can wait a few more minutes. We're gonna just go for a little ride.
That was so cool.
That was cool.
We were freaking out. I haven't gotten to see that except in the book. So to visually see the motorcycle go flying was awesome. And now the vampires. Okay, we got all the downworlders. We got Meliorn. We got Raphael. And we got Camille.
Melior was awesome.
Oh my god!
He was only in it for a few minutes in this episode, but he was really cool.
He was really cool.
And even though I don't ship him with Isabel, but I like how Sizzy isn't being insta love. Isabel still has this other thing going on with Meliorn.
Okay. Side note: Meliorn is the nicest guy. But Jade, if you're watching this, hi. We're like this now.
Oh yeah.
I know, we're really not.
We're pals.
But he is the nicest guy.
He's really nice. He always responds to his fans. He's just really sweet.
Really, really active with his fans, and you could tell he genuinely loves it. And we kind of had a bump. He said that he fanboys about Buffy, and I'm like, oh my god, we love Buffy too. So he's really nice.
Yeah.
Tweet him, follow him on Instagram. He's really nice.
speaking of Buffy, when they kill the vampires, it reminds us of, like, when you stake the vampires in Buffy.
Yeah, except it's with the Serophilies and not the stakes. Kind of, they turn to ashes, and then you see, like, at first it's, like, the fire, and then it's the ashes, which I said reminds me of, if you've seen Buffy, at the end in season 7, with Spike. That's all I'm saying. Yeah. But it's season 7, the finale. It reminded me of that, kind of, like a death. Camille, I wasn't too happy with, just because she's not the Camille in my head. Camille in my head, Camille Belcourt was like this blonde, like sophisticated vampire, and I didn't really get that from this one. I pictured her older too. This one, I mean, she was. You know what? I think that she might grow into it. This actress, though, because she does have this, like, the way she walks and stuff is kind of like Camille. No, the best and the way that she talks was when we didn't know she was Camille. Like, we didn't automatically think, like, that's Camille. Like, once they said the name, we're like, oh my god. I was like, oh. I'm like, this better not be Camille. And then they said Camille, and it was just like, oh, come on. Yeah. That's just a book thing. That's just kind of us being picky, I think. Yeah, I think because, so, I mean, she was a great actress, and I love the part with her and Simon when Simon's, like, telling her all about Clary and stuff, and she's like, he says something like, oh, yeah, the Magnus Bane, and she's like, damn you, Magnus Bane. Yeah. That was like, yes, because it's like, if you read The Infernal Devices, it's like, you know. Anyway, and then, yeah, so Camille was just, she was cool, I guess. She was cool. I mean, maybe we'll see more
I think we're going to see more of her. This was just, this is the first episode she was in.
We have to differentiate the books and then the show. We have to remember that we're watching a show and we're not watching the book.
Are you telling it to yourself? Yes. So far, I'm loving it. I mean, I love the show. I don't have very many complaints.
I don't. I mean, it's fun. I think it's fun, and I think it's just gonna get better.
As long as it doesn't get cheesier. It's only episode 3.
I mean, this episode 3 was great. I think it was actually the best one out of the other 2. Like, I thought it was awesome. Oh, you know what line I loved in the show? When really early in the beginning, when we saw Simon banging on the door, and he's like, I'm just an accountant student, I don't know, I didn't even see your face. Simon's so cute. Oh my god. He's so great. So and I love Matthew as Alec. Alec is my favorite character, I think, actually. Yeah. He's hilarious. And his banter with Izzy, him and Izzy arguing is just so funny.
All the scenes with them is so great.
Oh my god. Like, I loved the whole idea to rescue Simon, how, like, they kind of were, like, making, like, a distraction with all the vampires, and then him and Izzy were, like, Izzy with her whip, and Matthew with his bow and arrow. I'm like, yes.
Oh, and they were going at it together? That was cool.
That was really good. Yeah. And I loved Isabel's whip. Oh, man, Isabel's whip looks really cool. And it's funny, because on set, they said that, whenever she would whip that out, everybody was like, oh my god, because apparently it was an actual whip.
Yeah. Jace and Alec together.
Jace and Alec.
There's so much tension between them now, though, because, like, I feel bad for Alec, because you know that, like, he likes Jace, and Jace, it's all about Clary.
Raphael, I thought, was okay. He was good. I mean, I'm excited to see more of Raphael, because he's a pretty big character. Raphael and Meliorn are 2 big characters, eventually, in the series. Like, they're not big, but they're still, like, important and critical characters that eventually grow. And
Raphael's pretty big.
He's very big. Okay, in the books, I know I'm going back to the books, but didn't Raphael turn Simon? Or was it Camille? I don't remember. I thought it was Raphael. But I could be wrong. I don't know.
It wasn't Camille.
It wasn't, I don't think. And it seemed like they're speeding that up a little bit, Simon becoming a vampire. Like, they made it really obvious at the end with, like, Cat.
Yeah, when you saw, like, the pulse, like, coming out to here. And he's, like, looking at her.
I know. I'm like, that.
They shouldn't have put that in the ending. I think that if they waited, like, they could have made that, like, they could have made that, like, a shock factor in the next episode, or, like, you know, a couple episodes later.
Yeah. The overall plot, though, is moving along really nicely, though, with Valentine, and how, like, I think we're going to see Valentine next week, too.
Yeah, we didn't see him this week, so probably next.
But I'm excited for where it's going. And then, the ending. Oh my god, poor Simon got friend-zoned, like, so bad.
Oh, I know. Like, you're my best friend, and he's just like,
oh. Damn it. Still, like, God, Clary, I just almost got killed by vampires and we're still just friends. Like, poor Simon. I loved the talk of like the Sealy court, that was really cool. Like, and how like
I like how Meliorn can't lie.
Yes,
and then Isabel was like, "Oh, you could evade the truth though. You could like."
Yeah, that was good.
And he was like trying not to lie, just to try to like get.
Yeah,
like that was like funny.
That was so good. Okay, in my head, when I read the books, and I always tell you this, when I was first introduced to Meliorn, he was blue in my head.
But I don't think he's blue.
He's not. I don't think he is. In my head, when I was reading the books to me, Meliorn was like this blue fairy. I don't know. Was he blue to you?
No, he was not blue to me. Meliorn.
Like, I always had him as blue, like painted blue. I'm like, let's paint Jade blue. Imagine that.
I think his hair might have been blue to me, but not his body.
I don't. That's just me being weird.
That's just something that you like.
In my head when you read, it's just yeah. Speaking about changing things, Hot Hodge was in it, and he was like,
every time we see Hodge, I feel bad. His neck's just burning because he can't say Valentine's name. He's just like Valentine. And he's like, oh.
Does that
Voldemort?
Yeah. Like in Harry Potter.
Happy name, Valentine.
Like, oh. He's like always like freaking out about his neck. I'm like, is this poor guy?
Poor Hodge.
Poor Hodge. And the conversation that he had with Alec about like, oh, don't make the same mistakes I did.
At the end, when they were getting Simon, Raphael just let him go. Like, he had him, like, with the knife.
Yeah.
And then he basically, like, when they opened the door, they were like, oh, we're not leaving without him. And then they opened the door. And he just kind of pushed Simon and was just like,
remember who your friends
yeah, and then he
are.
said to Jace, remember who your friends are. That was a little weird.
I think that was kind of,
that was interesting, though. Like, I want to know, like, what he meant.
Yeah, no, that was good. I think that was supposed to be kind of like a you owe me one now. Like, here, you know what? I just gave you back Simon, but you owe me one. Like, I wasn't supposed to.
I think that they realized, like, you know, the Downworlders, like, the vampires realized, like, Valentine's, like, really evil. And, like, the Shadowhunters can, like, help protect them. And, like, you know, kind of show, like, him telling Jace, like, oh, like, we're on your side.
Yeah.
The vampires, you know, against Valentine.
Yeah. Yeah, the scenes for next week, guys. Have you seen the scenes for next week? Because they look freaking
If you haven't
bizarre.
seen the scenes for next week, go watch them.
Yeah, there's like this memory demon or something.
Yeah, it looks pretty cool though. It's obviously
interesting.
It
didn't happen. But it'll be good. Like, I'm actually like, a part of me is enjoying that because I know that they're putting these things in for us because we know the story.
Yeah.
They're putting it in different things.
It's like new things are happening to our characters. Like,
yeah,
it's actually
cool.
exciting now. Once you get over it, it's
Once
exciting.
you get over it, it's actually an exciting
Yeah.
thing that's happening. I'm excited to see more of the Downworlders. Like, I want to see more Jade on my screen. Like, that was it.
I know.
He only was in it
We
for,
need
like,
more Meliorn, and I'd like to see more Raphael.
I want more Raphael, too.
Because Raphael's really cool, too.
I really want more Raphael, yeah.
Excited for Magnus.
I can't wait for Magnus. Like,
I know, they've been giving us, like,
like,
little bits
teasing.
of Magnus and teasing him.
yeah.
Because they know that, like, Magnus is, like,
The fan
favorite. So, yeah, I think next week's going to be really good.
Next week's going to be awesome. I'm so excited. Let us know what you thought of this week's episode down in the comments.
Let us know if you agree with us on anything that we were talking about.
Yeah. Let us know what you guys are thinking of the show. Are you enjoying it? Because we definitely are. It's a fun thing.
Are you
to
still
watch.
nitpicking about the books? Because we're trying not to.
Yeah.
Right. So follow us on Instagram, and all the links are down below. Out for a new video soon.
Yeah, we should be having a 100 discussion for part 1 and part 2 of the amazing season 3 premiere.
Yeah. See you next time on Shadowhunters Sit Down.
Bye!
Bye! Thank you for watching.
Bye!
Do you want a mood?
Be a Shadowhunter. It's like church. Is Church gonna be on the show?
Giving back on Halloween.
He's gonna be friends with Church.
You're gonna go meet Church later, okay?